Yu-Gi-Oh is expensive, and because of that, we have to be pretty selective on which decks we want to pick up and make sure we get ones that are pretty good value, pretty good bang for your buck. So that's what this tier list is today that I'm going over. I'm going to sort all of the potential meta decks into different tiers of value where you can kind of decide, okay, yeah, I'm buying this deck. Am I gonna like do well with it for the money? Like, is this deck gonna last me a long time? We're going to try to answer those kind of questions as we go through the tier list today. It's not just a meta tier list, you know, where the best decks are on the top. It's going to be a bang for your buck tier list, a value of your money tier list. And we're going to see which decks are the best value and which decks are just bad value. If we look at the tiers here, I have the top 4 tiers. We have incredible value, solid value, whatever, and poor value. And these are going to be like in order of like incredible value, for example, is going to be like it's a cheap deck and it's like top tier, right? That would be awesome value. Okay, and poor value is like you're paying a ton of money for a deck that can't compete anyways. Okay, and then the bottom tier here I have reserved for meta deck, meta price. And that's because there's going to be decks like Maliss, for example, where you're going to pay a lot of money to play it, but you're going to have one of the best decks in the game. Right, so it depends on your personal take on, hey, how much do you care about winning and how much do you want to pay for it, and that kind of thing. But for the other 4 tiers, the top 4 tiers here, it's going to be more of the rogue decks. I want you to pick a rogue deck where you actually can compete a little bit and get a little bang for your buck. So let's go ahead and go through those here. We have a ton of decks to go through today. So I'm looking forward to that, and I think we're going to have a good time. All right, so starting off at the top, we have Chimera. So Chimera, let's see. Chimera is a strong deck, yes, but you do have to pay for a couple things. You have to pay for 1 Fiendsmith tract, generally. The 3 Nightmare Apprentice are still expensive. They're still probably, what, 20 bucks a piece. And then everything else, I guess, is pretty cheap. I don't know, Forbidden Droplet you often play in this deck, so I'm going to put it in solid value. Just note that Nightmare Apprentice is going to get reprinted soon. Maybe in the Mega Tins, maybe not. I don't know. I think this deck is solid value. Okay, next up is Drytron. I don't really know much about Drytron. I haven't seen a Drytron list in years. But everything's reprinted now. Drytron Nova is reprinted, right, in the Quarter Century Stampede set. So I'm pretty sure it's very cheap, but it's also like not really competitive because I've never seen a list top. Like I look at every regional top and I don't think I've seen a Drytron list in there. So it's cheap, but you're not really getting much out of it. That's why I'm gonna put it in whatever. Manadium is kind of in a similar place. Like I don't think Manadium's doing anything. I don't think it costs any money either. Like, is there any piece of Manadium that's expensive? Like, how much is, I don't know, like all of it's reprinted at this point, right? So yeah, I guess it's in whatever as well. Like, if you want to play Manadium, go for it. It's cheap. Okay, Fire King. I like this deck a lot. I think this deck is going to be at least solid value, maybe incredible value. Like, the whole deck is dirt cheap except for Ulcanix, which is probably, what, 20 bucks a piece? And then, I guess if you want Dominus Impulse as well. Like, the hand traps, like, the engine itself, incredible value. But with the non-engine you need, I still think it's going to be an incredible value. It's basically a structure deck, and it's, like, it's winning events still. So I think I'm going to put it here. White Forest. Okay, so this deck's pretty expensive. We have Elzette. We have the new field spell. We have, let's see, a Stellar. The other Elzette. Deception is still money. I don't know. I think we're going to put it in, like, meta deck, meta price, to be honest. Like, you can compete with this deck, but it'll cost you. It's new. It's all new stuff, so I think we're going to put it here. Floowandereeze, it's whatever. It's like dirt cheap. There's 0 expensive cards. But the deck is just awful. It's awful. So I don't know why you would play this. Sprite. I think Sprite is solid value. I think Sprite can compete pretty well. It's probably above Chimera in terms of value too, because it's cheaper and probably just as good in the meta. So I'm going to put Sprite in solid value. I would recommend picking this deck up. Lightsworn. Is there any expensive part of Lightsworn? I don't even know what. Like, do they play Horus with I don't know. Assuming you play Horus in Lightsworn, I'm gonna put it in poor value. Like you're paying for a whole like I don't know $80 engine of a few cards, and the deck you're getting is like tier 4 or tier 5. So I'm gonna put it in poor value, honestly. Crystron, incredible value. This deck is like dirt cheap. Literally, there's 0 expensive cards in the deck unless you play the Horus version. But just don't just play like Speedroy, Taketomborg, and Terror Top, and you still have a solid deck. So I'm gonna put it up in incredible value. Personally, I would rather pay for Fire King a little bit more and get I think a little bit better deck. I don't know. It depends on the pilot, but okay. This one I think is Ritual Beast. I'm gonna put it in whatever. I'm pretty sure this is dirt cheap, but it's just not that great. It's kind of like in the Flandres tier. I would put it above Flu. Phantom Knight. I actually kind of like this deck, to be honest. Like, I'm a little biased. I think this deck is solid value. Maybe it's probably on the same tier as Drytron, though, right? Like, there's nothing expensive about it, so we'll put it there. I don't know. It's alright. I assume you're playing Horus in this too, though. In which case, like, is it poor value? I don't know. I think it's here. I don't want to put it on the same tier as Lightsworn. Stun. Whatever. Right? You buy the trap cards and whatever. Okay. Goblin Biker. This one is another whatever deck. Like, it's not great right now because Ryzeal is not as popular as before. It's still probably decent, though. We'll put it here. Heroes. I don't know, dude. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, the whole deck is reprinted or it's, like, cheap. Like, if you want max rarity shit, then, of course, it's going to be expensive. But you can play cheap heroes now, right? Kashtira. So, in every bang for your buck tier list, I've put Kashtira in incredible value. Not this time. This time I'm putting it down in... I might even put it in poor value here. In the past, yeah, incredible value. And the reason is because... you could take those Kashtira cards and splash them into anything and like reuse those cards. But now they're like first on the list for a reprint, okay? The Kashtira deck is not even good anymore, okay? So you're paying a lot of money for Fenris and Unicorns and Births probably, and not really getting anything out of it. So I'm putting cash in poor value. Okay. Labyrinth is incredible value, in my opinion. Now that we have all of the trap cards reprinted, the only card that's not reprinted is Arias, okay? And I guess Chaos Angel. Okay, but you don't need Chaos Angel, really. Like, it's nice to have 3 of them for extravagance builds, but yeah, I still think this deck is incredible value. It's always, like, a sneaky competitor. I'll even put it at the top for now. Okay, Sharks, this is just whatever. It's like the whole deck is probably $20, but it's awful. Like there's no, because Bahamut Shark is banned, the deck is awful. So I'm gonna put it in whatever here. Centurion is probably a poor value deck. That's because it's just not good, but the cards are not reprinted yet, or at least a lot of them. So wait, are they reprinted though? Let me see. I don't think they're reprinted. Like Trudea and what's it called? Centurion and geez, I'm blanking on the other one. Oh, it is reprinted. But there's still like $6. Centurion, let me see the other ones. Okay, Trudea is like $6. Primera is also like $6. Let's see. Synchros are cheap, fairly cheap. Okay, I'm gonna put it in whatever. It's not poor value. It's cheaper than I thought it was, but like it's okay. Okay, Unchained. I think it's solid value. Let's see. You need Fiendsmith cards, right? Yama is still expensive. Yama is like $10-$12. Unchained Soul of Anguish is like $6, or maybe 4 or 5, whatever. And then, but you do need Fiendsmith cards, so. I'd say it's solid value, but Tracked reprint is coming, so I don't know. You're gonna take a risk if you're buying Tracks. You're probably gonna lose out. What I might do, like if you were trying to play on a budget, I would play Sanct and like get one Tracked and then like a couple Sanct instead, kind of just roll with that. I'll put it there. Melodious is solid value also. Like, this deck is dirt. The only expensive card is Dominus Purge, which is a non-engine. You might even put it up here. Like, Melodious topped like regionals. I might put it up here. I'll put it at the bottom of incredible value, because it is just so dirt cheap to play this deck. Okay, Ryzeal, meta deck, meta price. You know what you're getting. Top tier deck for, you know, some money. All right, let's see. 10 pi. I'm gonna put it in wool. Like, is anything expensive? How much is like Pyja right now? Oh wow, Pyja's like 14 bucks. How about Genroku? Genroku's like 15. Okay, no, I'm gonna put this in poor value, to be honest. I'm gonna put this in poor value because, like, no shot I'm spending all that money for like a whatever tier deck. Okay, Memento is a much better deck than Tenpai. All right, so, and it's all reprinted, right? So we're gonna put this in solid value. Probably at the top. I don't know if it's incredible value. Like, is there any expensive parts of Memento anymore, or is it just dirt cheap? I don't know. I'd probably put it up here. I think it's incredible value. It's a very good deck, and it's not going to go anywhere, so I'll put it there. Exodia cards, or whatever it is, it's bad. It's just a bad deck, and you're probably paying for it. I'm going to put it in poor value. Like, the deck is just not playable. True Draco, it's whatever, because it's dirt cheap for a crap deck, so it goes alongside Floowandereeze. Ancient Gear. I'm betting there's still Ancient Gear cards that are expensive, right? Or did they all get reprinted? Everything that was expensive got reprinted? Ah, man, there's no shot. Price high to low. It's just all the ultis and stuff. Okay, so this deck is cheap. That means we'll put it in whatever. That's fine. Down here. Magical Musketeer, Fiendsmith. I'd say this is whatever as well. Like, if you want low rarity Musketeers, it's cheap. You do have to pay for 3 Fiendsmith track, though. And that means you're getting pretty poor value. I'm going to put this in poor value, honestly. Just because of the Fiendsmith engine. Like, the Musketeer cards, whatever. You can play those. But you're playing 3 tracked. You're buying 3 tracked for this deck. Like, just play Fiendsmith cash. That's even worse value. Just play Unchained, probably. It's probably better than this. I would not. Just because tracked is expensive, and you basically need track to run this deck, we're going to put it in poor. Okay, Mermail is solid value, I think, because everything's pretty cheap. Let's see. We have the Abyss Rhine. Is probably expensive. Okay, $6, $7. We have Poseidra, the Storming Atlantean, the secret rare one, $5, $6, and then everything else is probably cheap. So I think this deck is actually solid value. I probably put it up here. Like, you're gonna pay a little bit. You're probably gonna pay $200 for it, but it's a YCS topping deck. So yeah. Okay, Mitsurugi. This one we'll put it in meta deck, meta price. And, like, okay, you're paying for the Ritual card, which is $35 right now. You're paying for, what's it called? Murakumo is like $12. And then everything else is nothing. Dominus Impulse is, of course, expensive. And if you're pairing it with Ryzeal, you're paying for that. I think it's meta deck, meta price. Like, to play pure, you'd need the Impulses, kind of. Okay, so you're paying for that, and you're getting a good deck. And, oh, I forgot about Mermail needs Impulses too, though. I think Mermail without Impulse is better than Mitsurugi without Impulse. Is that true? Maybe not. I bet it's true. What do you guys think? Mermail without Impulse or Mitsurugi without Impulse? Which one's better? I'm going to say meta deck, meta price for this. Yeah. Okay, Orcus. Okay, I'm just going to assume this is post-support Orcus. And I'm going to assume the support is not that expensive. I'm going to put it in solid value. I think it's going to be a good deck. And none of the current Orcus cards, like the existing ones, are expensive right now. Everything's reprinted basically, except for this card, which you guys should pick up if you don't have one. Lib the World Key Blade Master. This card's going to get pricey with a quickness. So I would recommend scooping this card up ASAP if you don't have it yet. If you want to play Orcust, and also World Legacy, oops, can't spell, Legacy World Crown. Pick up the super rare of this. Oh, and World Legacy Succession. These are all going to be expensive. Yeah, here's World Crown. This is the rare. Where's the super? Anyway, pick those cards up if you want them, and that will make Orcust cheap. Oh, here it's 25 cents. Oh, wow, there's only 62 listings left, though. Oh, this guy's got 110 of them. Never mind, it doesn't matter. Okay, anyway, I think Orcust is going to be solid value. It's not going to be that much money, and you can definitely play budget versions. SP Little Knight will be expensive. IP Masquerena is a little bit of money. I think it's fine, though. Okay, Blue Eyes. Structure deck, that's good. Primite, expensive. So I'm going to put it in solid value, but Primite is a bit much right now. And the deck isn't that good. Where's Ether Barrels are at 30s. Okay, so Lordly Load's at... What is this? Lordly Load's at 40, but it's about to get reprinted in the Battles of Legend. I don't know. I would put this in pretty bad value. Like, you're paying a lot of money. So 40, 40, 40 plus 30, 30, 30. That's what? 210 bucks. And then the Blue Eyes stuff is nothing. I don't know. I'll put it in whatever. I'll put it at the top of whatever. Like, you're paying a lot, but it's not a great deck, to be honest. I would rather pay the same amount for these kind of decks down to here. Okay, Mimighoul is, I'll put it solid value because it's dirt cheap. Actually, no, I'll put it in whatever as well. It's not good enough to be in solid value. Like, the quality of deck is not good enough to be in solid value. So I'll put it here. Pendulum, whatever. It's crap deck, crap money. Primite, okay. Like, I'm going to assume this is paired with Blue Eyes. It's wherever Blue Eyes is whatever. It's a really good engine, but it costs a bunch. So, yeah. Okay, Pearly is whatever. It's dirt cheap, but it's crap right now. Rescue Ace, I'm going to put in solid value. I really like this deck. It's all reprinted. The only expensive-ish card is Hydrant. You don't have to play it with Fiendsmith. You don't have to play it with Azumina. You can just kind of do what you want. So I'm going to put it in solid value here. Fiendsmith, I'd say this is in whatever as well. Because I don't know, like what is Fiendsmith? It's not a deck. Like, Magical Musketeer is the pure Fiendsmith deck. Fiendsmith is just an engine. I'm just not even gonna rank this. I'm not gonna rank Primite either. Primite's not a deck, it's just an engine. Okay, Rika, I have no idea. I'm gonna put it in whatever because I don't know. I don't think there's any expensive cards. Like, how much is the Ragnar engine? Ragnar Seed, okay. Bloom, QCS is 14, so the regular one is $4. Okay, yeah, this deck is not expensive at all, I don't think. I don't think there's any probably pieces that are expensive here. I'll put it in whatever. Runic, it's a crap deck for no money. I'll put it in whatever as well, like next to Stun. Okay. Yubel. Okay, I think Yubel is solid value. But the only thing is Nightmare. Oh, you need Nightmare Thrones. You only need one tract. Like the topping Yubel lists are only playing one tract. You do need Varudras, which is $40. Nightmare Thrones, I guess, like that kind of fits the poor value tier. Like, just Nightmare Throne is so much money. It's $20, right? Okay, 16, and then we have Varudras, which is, wow, this dropped. This is only $20 now. It was $40 like on Allen release because of maybe, I don't know, Eldritch, maybe something else. Okay, this is not as expensive as I thought. I'll put it in whatever. Yeah, you're paying a bit. You're paying probably $150. Now with tract, $200, right? 3 Thrones, that's about 50. Varudras, 70. A tract, That's plus another 60 or so, right? It's tracked like 60 now. Yeah, okay. So what was that? 130. And the rest of the deck is probably, yeah, it's probably $200 for, I'd say, a solid tier deck. Like a deck that could top, like definitely could top a regional. We'll put it like here. I think it's solid value, honestly. I'll put it probably at the bottom of solid value. Okay, solid. Probably solid value as well. I do like the deck. I think it's very strong, and I think that it's pretty cheap too, right? Salamangreat. What's expensive about this deck right now? Anything? Salamangreat of Fire. Okay, this is like a $10 card or so. Yeah, and then we have, you need the Pyro Phoenix. Okay, this dropped. It's about $8. You need 2 of those. Okay, and then anything else that we need? No, it's all pretty dirt. So I think this deck is good. You do play Impulse, so it's around the tier of Mermail, I'd say. Probably a little lower value than Mermail. Mermail is a little bit better for about the same price. But yeah, I'll put it here. I think it's good. Marincess is similar to Salad, but it's worse. I'll put it in whatever. It's cheaper, but it's not as good. I'll put it whatever. Okay, Striker. It's not its own deck until the new set. What's it called? What's the new Duelist Advance? Right? Yeah. It gets support then, but until then, it's not very good. I wouldn't pay for it either. I'll put it in whatever. Also, Tearlament. Okay, I like this deck. And I think it's pretty cheap. And I don't think you need really expensive cards. You do need Horus though, probably. So you're paying, the whole deck cost is probably about $150, I'm guessing. But I don't think it's that bad, right? How much is Rhino Heart right now? For like an Ultra? Okay, it's like $6. Alright, that's cheap. How much is Horus? Insetties were like $20 last I checked. Okay, they're going up. That's important to note. Oh wow, they're like 25 and quickly 30. We'll put it in whatever also, unfortunately. I hate to stick all these decks in whatever, but like they cost some money, but they're like okay. Snake Eye. Okay, but it's really like Snake Eye, Fiendsmith, Azamina, blah blah blah. I don't know. It's whatever also. Like you're paying for all the meta engines, but you're not really doing anything with it. I'd say this is kind of poor value. I think you're still paying for like the memory of Snake Eye of last year, and I don't think it's good value. Okay, Sword Soul Tenyi is probably whatever. I think it's cheap, but I don't think it's good. It's like not a good deck right now. So we're gonna put it in whatever. This is, what is this? Is this Odeon? I think this is Odeon. Is this Temple of the Kings? It's, let me see how much that is. Man with the Mark, right? Is the main card $5, and then we have Circuit. I don't know which ones are played. Okay, this card is nothing. I need to go to the related cards. I don't know the names of the cards. Treasures of the Kings is $5. Okay, so this is a cheapish deck. I think it's good. We'll put it in solid value, honestly. I think it's probably pretty good. I generally like the trap decks when it comes to value because they're never going to get hit on the list. They're always going to be playable if you just play the right traps. We'll put it up here. Branded, I'm going to put it in solid value also. Like, you can play Branded forever, dude. And people do. You know that. You've seen them. People will make branded content forever. I'll put it right next to Chimera. It's cheaper than Chimera a little bit, but it's not as good. I think it's a little bit worse than Chimera right now. So I'll put it here. Okay, I don't even know what this card is. It's like Trickstar or something. Someone let me know in the comments what this is. I have no idea. Is this Trap Tricks? I think if this is Trap Tricks, which I think it is, it goes in whatever. Also, it's a cheap deck for that's not that good. What is this? This is ABC, right? Yeah, I think this is ABC or XYZ or whatever. Let me see how much this even is. Is this also in Maze of Master? Is this where the ABC cards are? Let's see. Wait, Trickstar. What card is that, dude? Yeah, okay. X Cross Cannon. I'm sure this is dirt cheap. I'm pretty sure this is like... Yeah, ABC is a crap deck for a crap price. We'll put it here. Then Voiceless Voice. Voiceless, let me see. How much is low? Voiceless. How much are these cards even? I haven't seen these cards played. Skull Guardians, nothing. Low is like $8, whatever. I'd say, honestly, like, I'm a kind of a Voiceless Voice hater, but I've put it in solid value. Like, you get a decent deck. It tops every now and then. We'll put it up here. Yeah. Math Mech is whatever. It's cheap, but it's crap. Oh, okay, here. Holly Angel, that's the one card. That's this card, right? Is that Holly Angel? Okay, assuming this is Trickstar. Yeah, okay, this is Trickstar. I know nothing about Trickstar. I'm pretty sure it's dirt cheap. So we're gonna put that in whatever. Trickstar goes here. Last but not least, Maliss, of course, meta deck, meta price. No question about it. Like, it's an expensive deck. It might be the most expensive deck, but it's might be the best deck compared to maybe next to Ryzeal, Mitsurugi, kind of all in the same tier. So we're gonna put Maliss there. Am I happy here? Incredible value. Labyrinth, Fire King, Crystron, Memento, and Melodious. Okay, these are at different price levels and a little bit different tier list, like place on the tier list, but the value is similar. Like, you get great value of these decks for very cheap. Solid value. Sprite, Mermail, Rescue Ace, Odeon, Chimera, Branded, Voiceless, Unchained. Like, these are all quality decks for just a little bit of money. I think that's solid. All of these decks are like bad decks for bad money, with the exception of like Blue Eyes, which is a solid deck for solid money. Maybe I'll put it down here. I'll put Blue Eyes and meta deck, meta price at the bottom, because I can't put it in the same tier as these guys. Okay, and then poor value, Musketeer Fiendsmith. You're paying a lot for crap. Similar with Snake Eye. Tenpai, same. Kashtira, same. This, same. Okay, I'm happy here. And then I'm not rating Primite or Fiendsmith because they're an engine paired with other archetypes, right? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.